get on here now that everything's working and just show you around my little world here. Show you what I've been doing for the last couple of years, because it's been a while since I actually did one of these. So we're in a bit of a sphere here. Well, actually, a sort of hemisphere. I like building these, but anyway, so let's have a... Okay, so this is my little world. Spheres I like playing around with. As you can see, this is the one that didn't work out. Very big, just was going to take too long. I've found a couple of different ways of building spheres, and but when both ways that I know how to do it, once you get beyond a certain size, it gets really, really difficult and slow. So this one, I think, yeah, this one was built with the command blocks there, but there's a couple of different ways anyway. They both use command blocks, but just in different ways. However, as you can see, this one's not as tightly packed. Anyway, I didn't want to show you the spheres necessarily, because it's not what this world's about. This world's about the pyramid. What I wanted to do, I wanted to build the biggest possible pyramid in the current version of Minecraft. Now, as a lot of you will probably know, that Minecraft from time to time kind of update the size of the game, in terms of, they will start. They made the max build height. It went up from sort of 220 or 260 or something like that to 320, and then the max depth of digging, mining you could go down was minus 63 or something like that. And so when that update happened, excuse me, I felt obliged to have to build another pyramid, and I seem to have lost it. How can you lose a giant pyramid? I don't know. Well, I have. Am I going the right way? That's what I love about this game. Okay. Oh no, we were going the wrong way. Hey. So this is oh look. So one of the other little things that I like doing is building these little hotel. We might have a look at that later. Anyway, so here we are now. Oh, this is the thing that drives me bonkers about Minecraft, man. Is just not being able to. It just doesn't render in. We're already on top of it, and it's still kind of rendering in. Anyway, so this is a 1x1 pyramid, i.e. goes up one block, comes out one block. Now, in my Earth 3, third Earth, as I like to call it, I did a pyramid that was one up and two out. So every time, we go up one step and then go in two, and so the dimensions of that pyramid were very different. It was obviously a lot shallower, and the base dimensions were different. But this is a 1x1 pyramid, and it's the biggest possible with the current state of affairs in Minecraft. So I think that along the base here, but if we fly down here, so I think with this at the base here, we are at max depth. So yeah, so we're going to go right through the bottom of the world here. So we're going, yeah. So the base of the pyramid right here is at minus 63. On or whatever, minus 65, whatever it is, 64. Oh, it's a little cave door. Yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere other than, you know, through those. Anyway, just another little distraction. I come in here and I build things like that. And anyway, so I think this pyramid is about 500 and something blocks on the side. So it's 500 square. Actually, it's more than that. I do actually have the exact size of it, which I'll try and dig out while we're flying around here. I always put sort of several ways into it, but let's kind of fly up. Well, actually, let's just go in. So obviously, a pyramid this big, you get a lot of space. And, oh, it's 767 blocks on a side. So 767 by 767, which gives you a base area of 588,289 blocks. There you go, for all you numbers people. It's pretty big. And what I've been doing is sort of trying to make something of it rather than it just being a great big hollow thing. And I'll show you what I've been up to. Now obviously this pyramid was built in a infinite world rather than a flat world, so all the land that was here had to be excavated before I could build, which is why we have these sort of high walls around the perimeter. If we go back out and fly up, so these walls are basically just this sort of encased rock. You know, this was the landscape at this level here originally, and as you can see, the sort of rest of it continues. So I was just encasing. This is the limit of the excavation, but everything else, the entire sort of volume of the pyramid up to this height has been excavated. And then the pyramid is built with white glass blocks and obviously with various frog lanterns, frog lights and sea lanterns to kind of self-illuminate. And this is a sort of lesson I learnt from some of the earlier builds that I did, was that, you know, you have to sort of build some light into it so that you can see what's going on. I know it sounds really simple, but yeah, light behaves strangely in Minecraft, and yeah, so you have to kind of. This is why the pyramid's sort of built with the white glass blocks, but with a lot of light blocks marking out various sort of important key features. So here we are, sort of getting towards the top here. We'll go inside shortly. We are topping out at 320, I believe. So that's the toppermost of the poppermost. We do have a trapdoor there. Now that is going to well, that used to lead all the way down to the bottom, but I think it's obscured now. But I built something else that was a bit more fun. So I decided to I wanted to have a little, well, it's just a bit of fun really. So we have here, let's ride it. I say ride it, it's just jumping off. Look down and step off. So this, basically, we're going to go from 320 to minus 64 in very short order, and this is the way to go. Okay, So we go through all the way through everything, down, push, and we're right at the bottom again. And obviously that's another trapdoor, and yeah, we're underneath the world. I don't know why I do these things. Yes, I find it quite therapeutic. I've been doing this Earth. This is the 4th one I've done. So I the first pyramid I built was in a earlier version of Minecraft that had a smaller max build height, and I built it out of polished blackstone. The videos for that I think are still on my YouTube channel. And that world, that particular pyramid got destroyed. Basically I guess I didn't back it up, and the whole world, so to speak, got deleted, got erased. And so I did another one and another one, and anyway, the videos of the various of the first 3 pyramid worlds are here on this channel. But so this is the 4th one, and it's been quite a while that I've been working on this. So this central tower here is what's left of the Earth that was that was being removed. So some of this tower is still just whatever blocks, stone and whatever rock stuff behind the encasement. It has actually been had quite a lot of work internally as well now, but this I kind of decided to leave this center point and just build it, and I kind of had this sort of slight Megacity 1 vibe going on in terms of, that's why I put a little number on the building, and then it sort of incorporates into the higher parts of the pyramid. So we have a few apartments here. I didn't do too much with those. It takes a long time, doesn't it? I mean, on this side of the building, I think we have more of the apartment. Yeah, so I built some very sort of functional, basic living areas in here, and they're all kind of follow the same sort of design language, and leading to a sort of central column here. And this is the sort of top of the building, and in the earlier video, if you want to check it out, you'll sort of see how much has been done to this. There's a little vegetable patch there. We have a little swimming pool, and I did quite like the sort of cherry wood stuff for a while. I think this was the first thing that I built out of it. Just frog lights and trapdoors and whatnot. But this is the center point, and as you can see, it sort of works its way up into the upper reaches of the pyramid. And what I was kind of doing was, this void, obviously it's a massive space, and obviously every time you sort of decide to go down and make a new level, it takes so much more work to do it, which is why I've only kind of got down to here, and we have everything else going on up above. So the work has obviously taken a very long time to do, and one of the things that I found quite challenging about it is, I mean, I have used structure blocks and things like that to copy and paste parts of other things like those cave doors. Sometimes I think I only built one of them, and then but other things like this stanchion here, You know, there's a design to it. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not particularly complicated or anything, but there is a design to it. And obviously, when you build something like this, and you've kind of got various types of block overlapping other types of blocks, and you know, whatever, and it all kind of intersecting, and you know, when you do something like that, you have to do it 4 times, you know, because you've got a pyramid, right? So you've got to build this in all 4 corners of the pyramid, and without using any kind of jiggery pokery to do it, you're literally just kind of moving from one place to another. In fact, I think you can, yeah. So this one again, same thing, same over this side. Anyway, so let's go up and have a little look. So the central point here, I wanted to do a little sort of inverted pyramid up here. I don't know why. So we have, I mean, the idea is that it's, well, I don't even know what the idea is really, but, you know, I've somehow kind of managed to arrive at doing some sort of weird playing fields up here, and sort of recreational grounds, you know, some cherry trees and benches and places to sit in this sort of crazy space. And one day I had these, I noticed that these armadillos were just wandering around, and so I kind of made them a little home. We got June and Terrence somewhere. Yeah, I named 2 of them, Terry and June. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's very sort of, I don't know what it says about me. My wife thinks I'm crazy that I've built this sort of thing. It's taken a long time, as you can probably imagine it would. And I think the balance that I try and strike with the design of it, with the language, is I don't want to put so much inside the pyramid as to kind of make it too oblique, or too sort of to obscure the majesty of the sort of size of it. I mean, this is the thing that I think is what floats my boat about this kind of thing. Is it, you know, I mean, you're talking about a guy, you know, who watched Forbidden Planet, you know, as a kid, still one of my favorite movies of all time, and just, you know, when they're walking through this giant these giant mechanisms, this giant sort of city of the Krell, and just everything's on a scale that is just crazy, and that coupled with, you know, like the Star Destroyer at the start of Star Wars, you know, that kind of crazy size. I've always been drawn to this kind of, you know, just making very, very large statements like this. And this is the largest one that I've done. And obviously I've tried to kind of, you know, I've built a little home here. I saw this on a cool video, and just sort of copied it. Excuse me, the design, and you know, just put it there, and we've got some stairs. I mean, it kind of partly reminded me of a sort of aircraft terminal of some sort. You know, it has that kind of feel to it in a way, with the sort of quartz floors and stanchions, and you know, it's not a cozy place. It's a very sort of, you know, it's very large and open, and just has that kind of terminal feel to it. I'd kind of put a few. I certainly did like the cherry trees. You know, and we have some spaces here that are, you know, trying to be a little bit more homely, but obviously it doesn't really lend itself to that kind of vibe too easily, especially if you want to keep the size very obvious, you know. And so we can go up Another flight. And again, it has that sort of airport terminal sort of feel to it. And I mean, you know, there's nothing really happening in any of these places. It's just what I was doing, you know. And here we have top level. Again, I don't really know what it's all about, but there's a computer there and a little bedroom there, and I did do these biggest water elevators, express elevator to hell. Now there used to be another sign there saying going down, but I think I got rid of that one. Anyway, that one does work, the down, but the up stopped working. Excuse me. I think that was because I've got a break in it halfway up, and it doesn't want to work. It only goes up to that first break, and I can't seem to figure out why that does that. But anyway, there you go. Shall we go down the elevator? Why not? Going down. This will take us all the way through the center of the center point building, right to the bottom, and a little sort of lobby that I built. And yeah, it's pretty. It's quite tall. Of course, the trouble is, if they now, I don't know when the next Minecraft update is going to be. I don't know when the next time they are going to decide to increase the build height, or if they are at all, or if they already have. I don't even know. I have no idea. Will I be compelled to build another? You know, the new biggest ever. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe. I feel like I'm sort of done with doing these, but then, you know, I don't know. I have built 4 of them, so yeah. So obviously this space here, these are the stanchions here that we were looking at before, those corners up there. And I've come in here a number of times and sort of felt like I didn't want to do anything in the pyramid itself, and so I have started to sort of do things outside of it. Hence, kind of some of those spheres and things like that you can see out on the outer side. Now, I think this is a crazy little. This is a very silly thing. I don't know why I put a portal there, because it means you can't get out of the pyramid. I don't think I even built a way of. Oh no, maybe I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So some of these roads don't lead anywhere. You know, they've literally. And I actually quite like the idea of nature sort of encroaching on top of some of this build. It kind of lends it that sort of look like it was here before this was here. I quite like that vibe. I can't remember what's up here. Oh, I think it's a copy of the cave door. Yeah. Just randomly sat there. We have a sphere partly submerged. Again, it's just a distraction really. On this actually took so much work to do. You wouldn't believe it, because I've never built a sphere half submerged in water before, and actually having to do it so that there's no water in the bottom of it. You know, make it completely watertight, and then have it so that it's, you know, perfectly working all the way around. I've got some air bubbles, air holes there, but yeah. Again, you know, I really don't quite know what's going on in my my brain, so to speak, with these types of things. But I do feel compelled to build them, and I don't think this goes anywhere, does it? Let's have a look. Well, it seems to be going somewhere. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, I know where it's going. It's going here. And this is, what is this? This is just a... yeah, okay. It's just an antenna, or whatever, however you want to call it. Going all the way to the top. Alright. Yeah, so I don't know. The only thing that I haven't done in this world that I used to do a lot of was I used to build a lot of Arthur C. Clarke style monoliths, you know, 2001 type monoliths, you know, really huge ones. Again, it's just this kind of I don't know, compulsion from the point of view of being a massive sort of sci-fi nerd, and just being into all that sort of stuff and that sense of wonder, you know. With these giant structures. So let us go this away. The thing that always drives me bonkers here is this rendering thing, in that I see other people's videos and they obviously have a way of dealing with this thing. I mean, maybe they've got faster system or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is that's kind of limiting, you know, the rendering of the pyramid. And also, it doesn't matter what I do in terms of the settings. You can never really see the whole pyramid in one go. But you know, like I said, it's 767 blocks square at the base, and 320. Actually, not 320 high, is it? What would it be? It'd be 320 plus 0 plus 64. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, 385 maybe. So just recently, I decided to. I don't know, I needed a bit of a distraction, and there was so I kind of got quite into the idea of building this little apartment block here out of a sort of existing. So this was a face of sort of terracotta that was sort of left from carving this out of the landscape for the pyramid perimeter, and so you had this sort of flat face left of this terracotta sort of wodge, and a bit like this one up here. Yeah, so you just got this sort of thing going on, you know, where it's just sliced, you know, you sliced it off, and I thought it would be nice to kind of be quite cool to have this sort of again, this thing built into this natural formation. So I kind of built these little, I mean, I haven't furnished them, they're kind of, they're just really basic. And then on the other side, so these were the sort of more expensive apartments, more space, and these were the kind of cheaper ones that are all a little bit more compact and bijou. Not really furnished, obviously. They're just, takes a long time though, man. And we have a little pool on the top, I think, yeah. Anyway, and I think the last thing that I built in here, was a little railway here to get from here to into the pyramid, but there's nothing special about that. It's just a little railway. But yeah, but I mean, this is what I've been doing in this world for sort of 3 years or whatever it is since the last update. it feels like a lot, but it also doesn't feel like a lot. I think, you know, some people kind of, you know, I see other people's work on YouTube, and I feel like they achieve a great deal in a much less time. But I do love it, and I do think that it says a lot about who I am. I think this, it's, and I don't know. I hope you like it. I hope anyone watching this happening up on this video sees something of value, you know, in doing this sort of thing and building this kind of thing. I quite like it, and but I'm not sure I'd want to do another one. You know what I mean? It is a lot of work, and there's not really a lot of automation in the building of this. You know, like, I mean, most of it is laid block by block, and there's very little in terms of things that I did that were labour saving. You know, obviously the spheres are built in such a way that you're not laying the blocks for those. You know, those always kind of work with a command block type operation, and but it's a lot of work, and I love it. I love it, but like I said, I'm not sure if they suddenly announced tomorrow that they were increasing build height to 400 blocks, or, you know, something crazy. I really don't know if I have the gumption to do another one. But there we are. So I'm going to sort of go into this yet another sphere and sign off. Oh, ocelots. So, command block and trapped ocelots. What's that about? It's a theory. I don't know whether it actually works, to be honest. I don't know. I think most of it tends to be based on... Basically, the command block is set up so that you... you know, it starts filling the blocks of the sphere based on movement around the block. And as you move, it fills in the blocks. But obviously, you can. It's set up so that though the movements of the ocelots should trigger the appearance of blocks. But I'm not actually super sure that it particularly works. Or if it does work, it only works when you're here. It certainly doesn't work when you're not here. So I mean, it's kind of seems as broad as it's long. In fact, it does work, because if I switch this block on, oh, God's sake. If I switch switch it to always active, you'll see it'll start filling blocks. And I do feel that while I'm here, it's not just my movement. So even if I stay still, you'll see it still keeps. So I think the ocelots are actually working. The ocelots are working. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off because I don't need any more of that to be filled in, really. Anyway, so I hope you've liked some aspects of my build here, or, you know, kind of maybe seen a little bit of value in what I've done, and any comments are welcome. Just keep them nice, don't be horrible. And yeah, I mean, there we go. So the difference between this apartment block here and the others is this was the first one I did, and it's kind of fake because it's not actually, you know, it's just made to look like, you know, rooms with lights on, you know, but it's actually not. There's no, you know, I don't think there's actually any. I think that's, I mean, it's a fake door. You know, it's not a real place, if you see what I mean. You know, it's just sort of the aesthetic. But that was what gave me the idea. Building this one into this this natural formation here was what kind of gave me the idea to build the other one where it actually is real stuff, you know, actual apartments and stuff. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So I'm going to sign off here and say ciao, and I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my strange obsessive thing. And yeah, okay, maybe we'll sign off with another little trip down our crazy slide here. Alright, so I'll see you later. Look down and step off.